The Texas Tech football team went into past Saturday's game at the Jones with an 0-2 record for the first time since 1990. Coming up, we'll let you know if the Red Raiders were finally able to get into the win column before the preseason ended.
Last week stayed busy here on campus, with several colleges and university groups hosting events for students. Find out how you could take steps towards your future, gain some entrepreneurial insight, and enjoy some free ice cream.
And 2023 marks a big milestone for one of the College of Media and Communications' longest-running student-produced projects. We'll have the details on this historic achievement.
This is the MCTV Weekday Update.
Welcome to the Monday edition of the MCTV Weekday Update. I'm Lukas Moreno.
And I'm Sean Ryan. The 2023 football season started just over 3 weeks ago, and after 2 heartbreaking losses, the Red Raiders are finally in the win column.
Texas Tech welcomed the Tarleton Texans to Jones AT&T Stadium on Saturday and proceeded to put on a show for the home crowd. Tarleton came into Saturday's game with a 2-0 record as they met up with the Red Raiders for the first time in school history. But the Texans' hopes to improve to 3-0 were quickly squashed as Texas Tech scored 3 times in the first quarter, including an interception return for a touchdown by Malik Dunlap during Tarleton's first possession. The scoring slowed down around halftime, but backup quarterback Baron Morton kicked things back into gear near the end of the third quarter with a 15-yard touchdown pass to receiver Miles Price. Morton would pass for one more TD in the fourth before Tarleton scored their only points of the game off of a field goal with 5 minutes left in regulation. The Red Raiders went on to close out the game, notching their first victory with a final score of 41-3. Texas Tech put up 416 yards of offense Saturday, with both quarterbacks making up for about half of those yards through the air. The rest came on the ground, with senior running back Taj Brooks running for 159 yards on 19 carries. Senior quarterback Tyler Shuck ran 6 times this week for no net yardage, which was a big change from the 145 yards he contributed the week before. Super senior defensive back Malik Dunlap also had a big night with 2 interceptions, including the first quarter return for a touchdown. With the preseason schedule out of the way, Texas Tech now prepares for their first Big 12 showdown against the West Virginia Mountaineers Saturday in Morgantown. Kickoff is set for 2:30 p.m. with TV coverage on Big 12 Now on ESPN+. Coming up later in sports, we'll have a look at the 2 other Texas Tech teams who were in action over the weekend.
In other news, students with plans to pursue a law degree after graduating from Texas Tech had dozens of options to explore during a recent event. Tech's Pre-Law Association hosted the 4th annual law school fair last Friday in the Sub Ballroom. The fair included representatives from more than 50 schools from across the country to network with students interested in pursuing a career in the legal field.
We have about 56 schools in attendance from all over the country. They're here to answer any questions that students have about applying to law school, or any questions they have in general, just if they're maybe interested in going someday.
Texas Tech does not currently offer a pre-law degree, so last week's event is one of the biggest options offered each year to assist students planning to attend law school after graduation. If you were unable to attend last week's law school fair, the pre-law program offers assistance to any students interested in pursuing a future law degree. For more information or to schedule an appointment, visit prelaw.ttu.edu.
Throughout the school year, colleges and departments around the university host dozens of lectures to educate and offer different perspectives on a wide range of topics. Last week, a division of the Rawls College of Business officially launched a new lecture series with the help of some VIPs. On Thursday, the Alderson and Griffin Center for Family Business and Entrepreneurship launched the McCoy Family Speaker Series. The series was made possible by a generous $1 million gift from McCoy's Building Supply. Members of the family-owned business kicked off the series during the initial event held at Buddy Holly Hall. Board Chairman Brian McCoy was joined by President and CEO Megan McCoy Jones and Vice Chairman Reed McCoy to talk about their business and how they've continued to grow over the last 90 years. They also talked about the goal of the series, which is to share useful insights and best practices with family businesses and entrepreneurs. Last week's inaugural event was free and open to the public.
Agriculture plays a huge role in the Lubbock area, including right here at Texas Tech. And last week, one college hosted a set of events to recognize agriculture's influence on the history of the university. Ag Week 2023 took place last Monday through Saturday here on campus. The Davis College of Agricultural Sciences and Natural Resources hosted a variety of events, including an ice cream social Friday at the Dairy Barn. Any student could stop by from 10 a.m. to 2 p.m. to grab free ice cream or a carton of milk while visiting one of the most historic buildings on campus.
So the goal of this event was to celebrate the part of the dairy industry within the larger agricultural community. So we were just wanting to spread awareness about dairy and get some dairy-related donors to donate to the event and just talk to students about the dairy industry.
Along with the ice cream social, the Davis College also hosted a luncheon, a t-shirt giveaway, and the Ag Olympics, giving students a chance to show off agricultural-themed competitions. Ag Week finished up on Saturday at Jones AT&T Stadium with the annual Ag Game, where the Red Raiders defeated Tarleton State. Last week, the South Plains area experienced a week of fall-like conditions, with high temperatures hovering between 60 and 80 degrees. Lubbock also received as much as 5 inches of rain in some areas of the city.
Although the change in temperatures is not unusual during this time of year, it was still noticeably cooler than the previous weeks of triple-digit highs. So what range of temperatures can we expect as we head into the final week of summer? Let's take a look at the MCTV forecast. The MCTV tower cam is currently showing bright, sunny skies this afternoon. There's still been occasional clouds move through, but it's much less than what we experienced most of last week. Temperatures are also trending up today, with highs currently reaching the mid-80s. Temperatures are expected to top out right around 90 degrees late this afternoon. Tonight, the clearer conditions should continue, but temperatures will drop back into the 60s after midnight. But before then, it should be a very nice evening. Tomorrow, even warmer temperatures are in store, with highs expected to top 90 degrees for the first time in more than a week. But it could also be one of the last few 90-degree days we experienced this year. Skies will remain clear throughout early afternoon, but cloudy conditions will increase late in the day, along with a chance of some isolated thunderstorms. But after sunset, the skies should clear again and temperatures will gradually drop into the 60s. On Wednesday, we should see some of the warmest temperatures this week, with highs reaching the mid to upper 90s. There will also be plenty of sunshine with clear skies forecast throughout the day. Wednesday night will start out warmer than the last few days, but temperatures will again drop into the 60s. On Thursday, the clouds will return to the area, keeping temperatures below the 90-degree mark. We'll also see our best chance for rain this week, with thunderstorms possible from the afternoon into early Friday morning. Looking ahead, the last day of summer could feature our last day of 90-degree temperatures this year, followed by cooler weekend highs as autumn officially gets underway.
As we mentioned earlier, the Texas Tech football team was in action here on campus this weekend, securing their first win of the season at the Jones. But 2 days earlier, another Red Raider team competed in front of the home crowd with hopes of improving their record. Texas Tech soccer was back home at the John Walker Soccer Complex last Thursday as they started conference play. The Red Raiders took on new Big 12 rival Houston after finishing the preseason with a 6-0-2 record. Tech started the scoring early with a goal in the 13th minute by midfielder Alex Kerr. After that, Tech wouldn't find the goal again until 7 minutes into the second half, when sophomore Peyton Parsons took a wide-open shot to increase Tech's lead to 2. In the final minutes of the game, the Red Raiders secured victory when Kerr knocked in a third goal, all but eliminating Houston's chance to come back. When time expired, the Red Raiders celebrated their 7th overall victory and first ever Big 12 win over Houston. Tech soccer hopes to remain unbeaten as they now face one of their biggest tests of the season in Austin against number 16 ranked Texas. The Red Raiders and Longhorns will face off in what could be their last ever meeting as Big 12 opponents. First touch is scheduled for 7 p.m. with TV coverage on the Longhorn Network.
Texas Tech volleyball had a good start to the season, but the competition has continued to get more difficult, with the team heading into this past weekend with a 2-game losing streak. Unfortunately, the Red Raiders extended that streak before finally finding victory again yesterday. Tech volleyball competed in the SMU Doubletree Invitational in Dallas over the weekend, dropping 2 of 3 games at Moody Coliseum. The Red Raiders fell 2-3 to host school SMU on Friday, and then dropped Game 2 in a shutout against LSU on Saturday. On Sunday, Tech took on Texas A&M Corpus Christi in their final matchup of the tournament. At 3 p.m., the Red Raiders lost the first set, but after that they found their footing and won 3 straight matches to bring home the win. The victory leaves Tech with a 7-5 winning record as they prepare to head into Big 12 play this week. The Kansas Jayhawks are headed to town to start off conference play on Friday. The Jayhawks are 9-1 on the season, setting up the Red Raiders for a tough matchup on their home court. Friday's start time is set for 6 p.m. at the USA, and if you can't make it, you can watch the game on ESPN+. Over the weekend, an important milestone was reached here at the College of Media and Communication.
That's right, Lucas, and that milestone hits very close to home for us here at MCTV. Yesterday, MCTV officially turned 15 years old. The very first MCTV weekday update took place in the TV studio in the former Mass Communications building on September 17, 2008. The newscast was created in 2008 to give journalism students the chance to learn about television broadcasting in a hands-on environment. At the time, the newscast was only produced once every 2 weeks, and it features students in the Journalism 4350 class. Since then, MCTV has been expanded to include students from throughout the college, and the weekday update has been produced daily, weekly, and bi-weekly. The MCTV weekday update is actually the 5th version of a newscast produced by Texas Tech since the creation of the Department of Mass Communications in 1970. The MCTV weekday update is currently the longest-running student-produced newscast in university history. So, Lucas, how long have you been a part of MCTV?
About a year now, so I've enjoyed my time here and I look forward to more. What about you?
Nice. Yeah, I've only done it for a semester. That's all for today's edition of the MCTV Weekday Update.
Thanks so much for joining us, and be sure to check ttuhub.net every day for more news. We'll see you on Thursday.